Hey everyone, how's it going? So what are we doing now? Well, we're actually going to watch an older video. It's a year and a half old, I think, or a year old, something like that. It was from some point last year. And it kind of never went anywhere, and it kind of always surprised me as to why it never went anywhere, because I thought it was pretty good, and I thought it had some really good information in it. So I was just kind of going through videos, and I'm editing stuff and whatnot. You know, even older videos, I go over them and just see, how they're doing or whatever. And this one in particular, I feel is really a decent video to rewatch, or at least give a view if you've never seen it before. And it's about how a wheel speed sensor can cause some really strange issues. So I did some editing, and here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Can a wheel speed sensor cause a drivability issue with the transmission? Absolutely. Hey everyone, how's it going? So what are we working on now? Well, I got a 2016 Volkswagen Jetta, and a customer's complaint is the dashboard will light up like a Christmas tree, and when it does, it has a tendency not to shift, but not all the time. Like right now, it's shifting. But I want you to look at something. I was getting a code for just the left rear wheel speed sensor, and I experienced it also not shifting. Blue is left rear, the orange is right rear. See how the left rear is erratic, but the right rear is not? See that? So for some reason, this thing's taking that information and it's actually creating a problem with the transmission. I actually had it to where it wouldn't shift at all, and the blue line was flatlined, and I didn't think to record it or at least, or even save it on the scanner, because I was just, driving it. But yeah, it's kind of a very odd scenario. I've actually never seen this particular scenario. Usually the sensor will flatline and go out. But this obviously is not that. So, hold on a second, I just got traffic, I apologize for that. So, but obviously this is not that. This is a little bit different. This is just an erratic reading where occasionally it does go out. But right now it shifts fine. It shifts perfectly fine. So I don't think it's a transmission issue, or at least I'm pretty darn confident it's not going to be. I'm about 99.98% sure it's not going to be any kind of a transmission issue. It's going to be that wheel speed sensor. It's like ivory soap, That's how confident I am. But I'm going to get this back to the shop and see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's confident it's just going to be a sensor. Volkswagens have a tendency to have sensors just go bad. Like I said, I've never seen one do this. I've never seen one get erratic. Like, that's erratic. So let me get back in the shop. I'm going to put it up on a lift and take just a quick look. It's probably not the tone ring either. I don't know if the tone ring is the wheel bearing itself. I mean, the wheel bearings sound fine. Could it be? Absolutely. But the easiest place to start is just to put a sensor in it. But I want to double check it. I want to take a look and make sure everything's okay. All right, let's get to the shop. So up underneath this Volkswagen here, I want to show you something. Here is the brake, backing plate and everything else, and the knuckle on the passenger side. And as you see, there's a lot of rust buildup. I don't see anything wrong with the actual wiring or whatever, but here's what happens. The rust buildup actually pushes the sensor away from the tone wheel, which is the actual bearing on this, I'm pretty sure. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to start with an ABS sensor. I've probably got to clean that mounting surface because, like I said, rust builds up and it pushes the sensor away, distorts it, and makes it have erratic readings. It's probably going to happen on this side too eventually. Although this side, the rust is not as bad as this side. This side's definitely way more flaky. Definitely way more flaky. And they're pretty close, but yeah. This must have been an up north vehicle. Let me see what they want to do. I'm going to go from there, but that's what happens if you ever got ABS like on a Chevy pickup. When you come into a stop and all of a sudden it activates like the last couple of feet, that's usually the sensors get pushed away from the hub bearing. You got to take everything apart, clean them. If you could save the sensor, put it back in, that's fine, but normally you can't. Normally they break. So, all right, let's see what they want to do. So they decided to fix it, and of course, I forgot I was making a video because we were busy. So I decided to fix it. I tried to get the sensor out and it snapped off. Let me just show you this. So I got it off and you can actually see all the wear in that? See how worn out that is? It shouldn't be like that. I'll show you why. But the sensor, actually I can show you from the front. It's right there, but the sensor itself busted off the back. Can you even see that? I'm not even sure. So I can't tell. Anyway, I'll show you from the other side when I get a second. So, but anyway, when I realized when that broke and I had to get this out, I was like, dang it, I got to pull the actual hub off. Glad I did. Here's the hub. There's the tone ring. See that? The rust pushed it out and it was hitting on the sensor, rubbing it through. So it destroyed the sensor itself also. So this has to get replaced and the sensor has to get replaced. So all I'm going to do is get a hammer and punch and just drive that through now that the other end is broken off. Like I said, I can't. Yeah, let me just get a hammer and punch and knock that through. Alright, so really all I'm going to do is just take a hammer and punch. And just drive it through. So I should probably clean that up a bit. As you can see, there's like flaky rust everywhere on this car. This car is a pretty rusty, crusty critter. Let me clean that up a little bit. Hang on 1 second. Alright, so what I have here is one of these. It's actually a porting tool. And you can get these things Amazon, you can get them from like Jags or Summit. They're also used for cylinder head porting. So all I'm going to do, I know you kind of can't see that, but see the hole right there? See how rusty, crusty it is? I'm just going to stick that in the hole. And I'm going to have the bit fly off. Just like that. See, it came off. The brake now. That happens sometimes. What are you going to do? And it's just like a tapered screw that holds it in place. Alright, let me go get the new sensor, make sure it fits, but you can see the rust buildup in there, so I may have to do this more to get the sensor to actually fit. Alright, so the new sensor will still not fit through the hole. There's too much rust. So obviously it goes from the other direction. But let me keep cleaning this thing out until that sensor fits nice and smooth through there. So the new sensor, as you see, fits in nice, it bottoms out and everything else. Now here's the new hub bearing, which is going to slide on there. So the contact point is at the end. So some of you may have said, oh, why'd I bother changing the sensor when the problem was this? Well, no, it dug into there, so the distance would have been too far apart. It would have still been a problem. Now, in case you're wondering, this is actually a magnet on the end here. And it's got little windows in it. And as you saw with the original one, you can actually see the details of the little windows in there. See that? So that's how it knows, that's how it reads wheel speed. So let me get this all back together. We're going to button up that wheel speed sensor, and then we're going to road test this. All right, very good. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the bolt that goes in here that's a 28 millimeter triple square. So amazingly enough, I didn't have one. Rob did. He has an Icon. So, because he, for some reason, likes German vehicles. All right, so I got it all together. Obviously, I'm on a road test with it right now. I forgot to show you, though, the torquing that new bolt down on the hub there. That thing gets torqued. It was tight as all get out. Tightening it down, it's 180 Newton meters and then 180 degrees. Yeah, that was not fun achieving that torque. But woo, man, that thing was tight. Anyway, you'll never achieve that with a gun, so don't think about tightening that with a gun and thinking it's going to be okay, because you'll never achieve that. But yes, on the road test, everything's fine. No lights coming back on, no nothing. And if you look at the scanner, you can see how it's nice and smooth now. Both sides are nice and smooth, everything's good. So I'm happy with that. So yes, think about it. A hub bearing, wheel speed sensor causes a shifting concern. It does happen. It does happen. Very strange, but it does happen. Anyway, that's it. All right. Well, hopefully you get something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. If you look down in the description, you will see I have links to Amazon products, and they're products that I personally use. You've seen me use on the channel. If you just give it a click, that helps me out. If you click and buy something, that helps me out even more. I do get a very small percentage of each sale. I don't have a store there or anything like that. It's just I do get a percentage for the traffic and whatnot. Only if you buy, that is. But if I get traffic, then that helps too. Just it shows that I have traffic. All right, guys. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.